David Archuleta. There you go. Unbelievable. David is joining us in the New York studios. How are you doing today, David?
Hey, I'm doing pretty well.
Oh, he's adorable. He's so cute.
Well, first impression, little guy, such a big voice.
Is that a compliment? I think that is.
It is. Yeah.
You know what they say about guys with deep voices.
What is that?
Oh, wait, no, how old are you, 17?
Yeah.
Oh, I can't tell you yet.
Yeah.
But
David, let me warn you, don't get too close to her. She's really sweet, but she bites. She bites hard.
I do. You're cute.
Well, she looks like a nice person.
Looks can be deceiving.
Now, if you can tell, David Archuleta, David, you have the biggest smile on your face today. And, I rarely see you when you're not smiling, but today's a big day because the first single from your new album is coming out today.
Oh,
Actually, we're going to play it today. Now, you've never heard this song on the radio ever, have you?
I haven't. I think this is the first time it will be on the radio.
And, it is?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So, God, we obviously did something to deserve this.
We're honored. I feel honored.
Now, I was told by your people that they were actually in the studio finishing it last night. So a lot of people haven't heard this. So this is going to be a big thing when we play this. Let me go ahead and tell you what's going on around the world. People are listening to us at ElvisDuran.com. We have people in the David Archuleta chat room that are ready to explode, as they say, because they want to hear your new single.
Oh, man.
Is it difficult for you to wrap your head around how many fans you have, not only in America, but around the world?
I think it's pretty crazy just to think about how many people really are out there and in all the different countries and states, and just to see them come out to the shows and hear the screams from people and all the autographs and stuff. It's pretty crazy, but it's really exciting, and it's great to see all the support that people have been giving around the world, really.
I was out by the phone ops a few moments ago, and we got a phone call from Guam. Somebody in Guam said,
that is
I can't wait. What time is David going to be on?
He needs a t-shirt. Somebody in Guam loves me.
We could print that out.
David, did you sleep last night knowing that you were going to hear your song on the radio?
Not too much, but, I just couldn't wait. I was just so jittery last night after we had a show last night in Newark. But I still was just so pumped after everything.
I want to talk to you about the show because you're 17 and so you went to high school and everything. But you're not gonna. Are you planning on going to college?
I'd love to do that if there's time, just because it's good to have that education.
Yeah. But use this tour as your college experience, is what I'm telling you, because this could be a lot of fun. You're out there with people who have the same interest as you. You were on the show together, and so maybe let loose a little bit, have a little hotel party. Break some windows, do some real crazy.
Oh my gosh.
Come on,
His dad is right in the hallway.
His dad will give him permission.
He's good.
So, David, it is a nerve-wracking thing to hear your song on the radio for the first time, and you have been doing this now ever since you hit Idol. You were doing TV before that, but ever since you hit Idol, you've been dealing with crowds and fans. Do you still get crazy nervous to the point where you sometimes just want to go hide in a closet? Sometimes are your nerves still kind of shot a little bit?
You know what? They're not too bad. Even with the tour and performing there in front of the live audience, it's really great. It's a lot of fun, and you just feel the energy from the crowd, and you don't really get any nerves up there. But unlike today, where your singles being heard for the first time from everyone.
Because if you think about it, when you're on stage, you're performing, especially when you're on Idol, performing for tens of millions of people. But do you find you get less nervous in front of 10 million people on TV than you do in front of 4 people in a room alone?
Well, in this case, yeah.
Look at us. We're very, very nice people.
Yeah, you guys are very.
We don't bite.
Yeah,
well, sometimes, but not usually.
Yeah, why did I have to sign a permission slip by your management to be around you? What is going on?
We don't know what's going to happen. What's up, Froggy?
David, I know you waited in line at American Idol and everything else, but did you ever dream when you went there, when you were on your way to the audition and you go through through the rounds, you finally get to Simon and Paul and Randy, and then you make it to the show and you make it to LA, did you ever dream that it would come to this point?
I pretty much had no idea. I was so glad to get past the first round because during the first auditions at the little stadium,
right?
They told me at first that none of us made it through, so we were in groups, and my group, none of us went through, I guess, at first. And so I was walking away, and I guess they were playing a trick on me because they called me back and they're like, hey, you come back here. And I was like, are they talking to me? I didn't know they were talking to me, so I kept walking. And they're like, hey, you, wait, come back.
Oh, wow.
So I'm like, oh, okay. So I come back to the table and they're like, you're through to the next round. And I was just so... I was like, oh my gosh.
How many hours did you stand on line?
Stand in line? Quite some time, several hours.
Days, was it?
Damn.
Yeah. Because some people, I know that they camp out. And they have, like, their friends stand in line for them if they want to go get something to eat.
Or a shower.
Yeah.
Well, we were there at like 2 a.m.
Oh, that's late
First
for
day.
you.
The
Yeah.
first
There's
day,
plenty
and
of
then
other
there's
people
another
around
day.
you in line who can't sing worth a damn. So
Actually, there's actually a lot of good voices. I was like, I don't see how the heck I'm going to get past any round.
But there must have been somebody that you heard that you went, oh, that person's terrible. I'm much better than that person. Come on.
I really don't remember. I was actually surrounded by this like gospel choir. It was just
they're
singing
much
all
louder than you.
night.
So.
He's just such a sweet kid. I want to sully him up. I want to do
Hands leave him like he is. Hands
Yeah, I
off
think
the
I
arch.
could do without that. Yeah.
So David, I got a question for you. You know, when we watch people performing on American Idol, you and so many talented people, we also listen to the people that were playing on the radio, the people that became stars without going through American Idol, and we all agree that a lot of them would not have passed by those three judges. For instance, Madonna, one of the biggest singing stars of all time, had been up on stage to perform. We don't think she would have been past past the second round. It's kind of odd. I mean, do you get that feeling that those judges are looking for something totally different than what we as the record buyers are looking for? I mean, what's the difference?
Well, I think Madonna, she's a great performer, and she actually does have a pretty good voice, but she has a lot more to it than just her voice and, expressing through her just that.
Mm-hmm.
She has her writing and, like, performing and all of that, and she's awesome at that. But with these rounds in American Idol, it's really you have to show a lot about your personality and your voice. It's a lot about just singing. You have to sing a cappella for a lot of your rounds.
Right.
And, you have like 15, 20 seconds for them to get to know you. So it's just you have to show so much in a small amount of time and really show what you can do and how you handle the pressure in small amount of time, throughout the show.
Did you like the fact that they let you guys use instruments this season?
I was pretty excited about it. I mean, it totally surprised me, actually, because I was just going in expecting, the normal season where you just show your voice, and here, it brings in like a whole new type of artistry.
Yeah, it's a different element. To add that in.
You were playing the piano. You were playing the piano, but no one sang to the drums. I was hoping.
Well, actually, I think there was someone who played the drums in Hollywood Week, but they didn't.
Oh, I missed that.
They didn't show that one.
A lot of people think that you were born the day you walked out on stage with American Idol. I'm serious, because they've never heard of you or saw you before.
Really?
So it's like, but how long have you actually been singing, and what kind of experience did you have before that first day auditioning at American Idol?
I've been singing since I've liked singing since I was little, but it really started when it was that first season of American Idol. Actually, during like the top 30, during the first season, it was Tamara Gray's performance that actually really changed kind of my whole direction, just because it was like my first time ever really watching someone, and she was the first person in the semifinals of that first season. I was just like, I've never seen anything like that before, and it was just like so moving for me, even though I was like 11. And it was just,
Oh my God!
I don't remember if I voted or not, but I watched like crazy. I mean, I had it on TV. I watched over and over. I just kept repeating it and just rewatching, and just Kelly and Tamara.
You're studying it.
I literally was studying it.
Somehow
It was
you
just,
decided that you wanted to do that.
yeah. I mean, I was crazy. A crazy fan watching that.
Well, that's what it takes, though. It's that passion you have.
Yeah.
By the way, if you're wondering, he was born in 1990.
Oh my God!
We're so old.
Wow.
Seriously, can you help us walk? We need help. Now, by the way, and also one of the stories I heard you tell one time is how you saw a video of Les Mis, of course, the big Broadway musical, and it sort of inspired you to sing. Well, as we do this interview, you are 30 blocks south of Broadway. Do you have any desire to one day hop on the stage on Broadway and belt it out? Is that something that's on your list of things to do?
You know, actually, it's never been something I've really thought about until the show where people keep bringing it up. And it seems like actually something that'd be fun to do maybe in the future, but I haven't really thought about it.
Here's what we're going to do. You know, our studios are on Broadway. We can just take you down to the sidewalk and let you sing.
That will be your Broadway debut.
Why not? I don't know. Some email coming in from your fans from around the world. Let's see. Oh, my gosh. There's so much of it.
Oh, my gosh. We got tons of response. And, and I have to be honest with you because I said to everybody, I was like, really, David Archuleta? Because all these women were like, oh, they were going crazy. And then we got the emails from the guys, and that's when you know that you're really good. Because when guys are willing to say, this guy has a voice, that's awesome that you're building this like really strong foundation for, the rest of your career.
Yeah, it's pretty exciting, and that's why, it shows me and helps me realize how big of an audience I'm really reaching out to. So it's kind of that's why I'm so nervous about this first single here, because it's just, it's like, what are they going to think? The single is I'm more related to my age group, but hopefully people will enjoy it, and
old people like us will like it too.
I hope so. I hope so. Yeah.
I may take out my teeth while I'm listening to it. Just in case. Now, here's some email, and after the email, we're giving you the world premiere of Crush. That's the name of the single. And we're going to watch David's face as he's listening to it for the first time on the radio. And by the way, this interview will be up at ElvisDuran.com along with pictures and everything, so you can check it out later. A question from Kelsey in San Antonio says, we know you like Guitar Hero. Do you have a favorite song to play on Guitar Hero?
I really like YYZ.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
I was so addicted to that game, it's not even funny.
No, a lot of people are.
Yeah, but what difficulty level are you on?
I actually
Are you
quite
an expert?
Yeah.
Oh, please.
Of course.
I would kick your butt.
Oh.
Totally.
Well, I actually haven't played it for months, really. Yeah. I mean, it's been so long. It's like even a year where it's like it's just been so busy.
You have to find time to play, though.
I know. I play it every once in a while.
Take it on tour with you.
Have you played Cooking Mama? We got to play Cooking Mama.
Cooking Mama on Wii. Oh, you love
let's see. Also, Pamela is checking in from Peru and wants to know if you're going to do an album in Spanish. That would be awesome.
I am so, I hope I get to that point because, I'm not like super fluent or anything in Spanish. My Spanish is actually pretty broken, but I love to sing in Spanish. I mean, my mom, she's from Honduras, and so it's been in my culture for all my life. I mean, that's what I grew up listening to. She, even though she listened to Selena, but I also listened to like salsa and merengue. And,
all right. Now we need to go in that direction. Definitely. Because just the way that he says it, he's like, merengue. I can see all the ladies swooning.
Except he didn't move his head the way you did.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm really a hip mover, but I do enjoy listening to that. And I'd love to, I hope that, in sometime in the future I'll be able to do an album in Spanish because, I've sung quite a bit in Spanish before, and so it'd be a lot of fun, but hopefully, right now I'm focusing on my album here coming out pretty soon.
Yeah, focus on English.
Yeah, it's hard enough in English, really. It's just
maybe Chinese, French. We have all sorts of albums in the way. I think it's time to do it. I will tell you that on this show, we don't have a lot of guests on the show, David, because frankly, we have more fun by ourselves. But every once in a while, someone special will come along that we can't wait to have, including you. In the past, Jennifer Love Hewitt, she had an album out years ago when she was a big actress. She's way before your time. She actually broke down and cried when she heard her song for the first time on our show. And even Lindsay Lohan came in.
Yeah.
And we played her song, and we all cried when we heard that. So I want you to feel free to enjoy this. Here's what we do. Sometimes when we play an artist's song, we take off the headphones and we talk to each other and hang out. But this is a special moment because Crush has never been played on the radio. We're all going to keep our headphones on, and we're all going to hang out and listen to it with you for the first time. You got to have a sip of water because your mouth's drying out. You got cotton mouth. Yeah, seriously, it's okay.
Can you hear in the headphones fine?
Yeah. I can in the left one.
Yeah, his lungs are a little messed up.
No, you need both.
Yeah, you need both.
Okay.
Yeah, let's make sure you hear everything. Because and songs always sound different on the radio than they do just listening to them in the studio.
Take it off, man. He's so cute. I just
all right. So, actually, when Jordan Sparks was here, she cried when she heard her song for the first time on the radio. So, if you want to cry,
I think I did that too much on the show.
They'll give you a little hug, and you're going to be okay. You're not alone. All right.
Get the
Are you ready for
tissues.
this? This is exciting.
This is coming off the CD from last night that you finished recording.
Exactly. I hope it doesn't skip. That'd be very embarrassing. All right. Enough of us. This is David Archuleta. Never before heard on the radio. This is Crush.
Before anybody else said anything, David, what did you think?
I couldn't believe it. It's just crazy to hear yourself and to think that people are listening to that on the radio.
Millions of them, by the way.
What do you think the Archies and the Archangels think of that one?
Well, I hope they enjoy listening to it. I hope they continue to listen to it.
I hope they did too, because now it's time for the brutal moment that could be very disappointing for you. Let's go to the phones and we're going to go live. And we're going to ask them, David, what they thought. You may get some really rough criticism here. Can you take it?
We're going to do it live.
Are you ready?
I'm ready for it.
Yeah.
We're going to do it live. All right. Let me.
Be a man, David. Come on.
All right. Let's start with. We're going to start with Alexandria. Oh God, I'm nervous for you because they're on the phone. They're not face to face, so you can't like beat them up or anything.
That's good.
They can be brutal and hang up.
Yeah, we can't edit them either.
Everyone has their opinions.
Yes,
well, and here we go. Alexandria, how are you?
I'm so good. How are you?
And what did you think of Crush by David Archuleta?
I am like in tears. You are absolutely amazing. You have no idea.
Thanks.
Like
Alexander.
no idea. Your music is ridiculous. You are so talented, and you're gonna have such an amazing career.
There you go. And she sounds very young. Let's go talk to someone who is a little older. Let's go talk to Carol. Carol calling from Colorado. Now, Carol is 65 years old.
Oh, wow.
All right.
And
Carol.
Carol, Cougar up, woman.
17.
You are on with David Archuleta. What did you think of his new song, Crush?
Wow. I tell you, how many of us have never felt the song he just sang?
Oh.
And there are so many young girls saying he wrote that because he knows how I feel. It is such a privilege to talk to this wonderful, brand new future superstar who is a superstar. My friend Leanne and I saw you in Vegas and in Salt Lake, and I want to tell you, David, you're such a wonderful role model to the youth today, and say it when they call you little because you're the biggest man you know.
Thank you, Carol.
Sweet.
Well, no guy likes to be called little.
No, I don't know any.
Carol, thank you. So far, 2 people like it. Now, if you want, I can take more calls, or do you just want to be happy with 2 people who like it?
Whatever you want to do, I guess. I'm happy with what they said. I'm glad that they liked it. It's good to know that an adult actually like it, because I was wondering if the older audience would be able to connect with it, because it was a younger subject.
That way. You know what? Had a crush.
Everyone, yeah.
I'm sure older people, barely able to breathe, are loving that song. Let me go
Stop
talk
looking
to
at me, Elvis.
Yeah, well, John Bell. John Bell doesn't buy bananas because they may go bad. You know what I'm saying?
I don't buy green bananas. Right?
Yeah. Hello, Chloe. Chloe, are you there? Chloe is calling from Canada.
Oh, wow.
Aren't we in war with Canada right now?
No. Yeah.
Chloe, can you hear us? You're on with David Archuleta. Did you like the song?
Yeah, I loved it. I thought it was great.
Oh, thanks.
Okay. Oh, you know what? I'm sorry. We have bad connections with Canada. Don't get mad at me. The phones, we don't pay the bill. Is this Caveda?
Yeah, this is Kavita.
Caveda. Where are you calling from?
I'm calling from New York.
Oh, beautiful. Now, you're on with David Archuleta. Be brutally honest. What did you think of Crush?
To be honest, I myself am an aspiring musician. I'm currently in St. John's University. When I heard your song just now, it totally inspired me. I've been through a lot, and this song has spoke to me. It's inspiring to know that somebody that's 17, has made it out there, and you're an inspiration to me. This song moved me to tears. I have to be honest.
You're not the only one. Yeah.
But you didn't tell us if you liked it or not. Did you like it?
I loved it.
Okay, just making sure.
I really appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Yes, Froggy.
We've been doing this a long time. We've been playing a lot of music on the radio, and we have a lot of text messaging that rolls through. And I'll tell you, for the first time in the recent time I can remember, there has not been one person that says they did not like the song.
No.
Everybody says they love
I'm
it.
with you, Frog. I'm looking too. Not one.
You know what? I feel like I should say I don't like it just to be like the audience. I don't really care for it. No, it was a great.
It's just so relatable. It's every single person has felt exactly what that song says.
What's up, Carolina?
I feel like it's well, I got emotional and I was like, just to be right by him when he listens to his first song on the radio, but also like listening to the words. And this is such a huge accomplishment.